We're to Tuesday night. April Fools is over. Not So Great a Podcast Z. And April 6th can't get here fast enough. You know what we're going to be talking about today, right? Little pro wrestling. It's getting good. I was saying it was good for a while. And for those CODY crybabies, I told you guys, you're about to see greatness from one of the GOATs on the mic. His name is The Rock. Now, I'm going to start this. I'm going to go back because I've been here for a while. I've been busy. I will start and say I'm going to NXT Stand and Deliver Saturday morning early. Watch Trick Williams whoop Mello. And then I'm going to see one of my current favorites, Braun Breaker. Maybe he loses the belt with Baron Corbin, the tag titles. We don't know yet because NXT hasn't happened yet. It's only Tuesday. It's Tuesday evening, but the show hasn't happened yet. Just so you guys know. Let me just tighten the mic up. That way it don't move from what I'm about to say. All right. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in NXT. But again, going back to what I was saying, I am going to Stand and Deliver. And yes, I am going to WrestleMania Night 1. Night 1, historically, I'm going to say it this way, historically, has been the better night. I don't care what happens at the end of Night 2. I don't care if Cody wins. I don't care if Roman wins. Night 1 is going to be the better night. I'm not a gambling man, but let's look back to Night 1s. Since they've implemented this 2-night WrestleMania. Night 1 has been the one to follow up on, and many times it's been a tough follow-up. A tough follow-up. Tell me that Night 1 last year was not better. Forget the whole Cody Roman part. Tell me that Night 1 was not better last year. Okay. The feel-good moments, the matches, the Usos, versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and the result. That ended the night in a high, right? And then Night 2, it was like the air of the balloon was taken out. But again, the matches of Night 1 were better. Performances were better. Night 2 usually has a tough follow-up. The only thing that they have good going this year is you have Cody doing 2 nights, Seth doing 2 nights, and Roman doing 2 nights. You're never going to see this again. And if Roman does main event the 2 nights and he's the last match, which we expect it to be, and he deserves it, does that tie him up? Or does he break the record for main events? I don't know. Never happened before. But you know what? Congrats to Roman. Congrats to the Bloodline. The Usos. The Rock. The Rock. The Rock. Oh, wait, did I say The Rock again? Wait, it's not a mistake. I'm repeating his name. Everybody has taken a back seat to what he's been doing. And it's great. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care if you like him. I don't care if you're bored of him. I don't care. We have to admit that it's been really good. We didn't even expect this to be this good. Right? So, Stand and Deliver and Night 1. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a long-ass day between the event. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the convention. There's also some street parties going on. Then the event at 7. That's going to be a tough one. I'm going to be worn out. I'm going to try and see if I can find a place to crash at, you know, get like 2 hours sleep, something, because it's going to be like a super ass long day, but I'm looking forward to it. And anybody who's coming from out of town, by the way, it's going to be a cold ass night. Just so you know, come bundled up. Don't come just in t-shirts. You're going to freeze your asses off. Just letting you, letting ladies and gentlemen know, don't come in summer wear. It's not going to be a summer's day. It's April. Yes, it is spring, but at the same time, it's going to be cold. It's going to be like 40 degrees that night. Props to the wrestlers and the performers, because I know they're going to be, going out there, and as they get warmed up, it'll be fine, but still, cold is cold. So props to them for going out there. All right. Now, I'm going to go with a little history. I'm just going to go to the main thing, which the biggest plot line of this whole WrestleMania, the guy who really saved WrestleMania, The Rock. Last week it was, again, today's April 2nd, just letting you guys know, April 2nd. All right. Last week's Raw, we saw Jey Uso fight against Shinsuke Nakamura, right? That was the main event. Kind of cut to the chase. I'm going to try to be as quick as I can. Seth Rollins says, hey, this is strange, something's not right about this. I'm going to, me and Cody have your back, all right? We have your back. Something's not right. Something just doesn't seem right. And again, everybody's trying to have each other's back now because, they're going to need everybody against the bloodline at this point, You got the final boss, right? You got the tribal chief. You got the wise man. You got Solo. You still have Jimmy. And who knows who else will pop up at some point. We don't know. We always think, oh, you know what? At the end, this group will have the upper hand. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. You never know. And that's what has been so good about this whole WrestleMania hype, this run up to this road to WrestleMania 40. And The Rock and his team have done a great job. The Rock has done an amazing job as playing the villain better probably than ever before. There's been moments that, that we all want to probably laugh and just crack up. I'm going to go into that in a bit. And then, so Jimmy, interference Solo. Jimmy interferes. Solo interferes. Jay's fighting Shinsuke. Pins him. Seth comes out. Attacks Solo. Cody catches Jimmy. He takes him to the back. Starts beating on him, whooping a little ass. Then Drew McIntyre attacks. This is like crazy. It's like a family feud. Solo attacks. I'm sorry. Then we have Drew attacks Seth. Seth Solo. I mean, there's so many different things going on. Drew attacks Seth. Then Solo makes his way as Cody's, whooping Jimmy's ass in the back. Solo comes and attacks him. Then, Cody gets the upper hand on him too. And then lo and behold, surprise, The Rock comes out. And this is in Chicago. Rock comes out, attacks Cody. And then Cody falls and he's whooping him. And The Rock is talking a lot of trash. And he's saying a whole bunch of things to him. And then he says, you see, boy, you see? That's what I'm talking about. Right? And then after that, he keeps on going. And then he takes him outside. And Rock says, hey, it's perfect. It's raining. You could tell it's cold out there in Chicago. Right? Then, starts talking more shit. Saying, to Cody everything he needs to say. Gets the belt. Throws him against the bus. Cody's busted open. Bleeding. The Rock says, hey, the prophecy's right. The prophecy's right. I said it. I was going to get blood on Mommy Rhodes' belt. Or, not Mommy, but Mama. Cody wanted to cry Mommy at that point, but, he wasn't. And, Rock puts his hands on Cody's forehead. And then he just, rubs in the belt. He says, hey, what I said I'm going to do, I said I was going to do it, and I did it. I'm not here to play games. So what happened earlier that night, the whole place was wondering what The Rock told Cody, because he did show up before Cody was saying something. The Rock stared at him, went up to him very quickly. He looked at him. We didn't know what he said, but then it all made sense, which even made it even better. The Rock told Cody, I'm going to make you bleed. And Cody just like stood there like, like, what the hell is he talking about? This guy, he ain't gonna do shit to me. Or he did, because that's how the night ended. All right, moving forward. Forget SmackDown, who cares? Raw in Brooklyn, New York. Apparently they broke the record for the gate for a Monday Night Raw show, Brooklyn. Rock opens up, starts talking, all this other stuff, shows the beat down. Then a great moment happened. Because, hey, there's a lot of Cody crybabies out here. Grown people crying for this guy. Grown people crying for this guy, right? Well, that happened until I saw this. And he puts up reactions of young kids reacting to The Rock whooping Cody from last week. And it was two young ladies, two daughters of a family. One, first family was a little older child, and she's reacting, and she's like, oh no, and she's crying. And they're like, oh, the father is, I think he's the one recording, and the mom's like, what? What, you okay? He's like, no. And he's like, look, and then, whatever. The second one was a much, much younger, daughter. And you see the tears, eyes all bawling, little boogers coming out, which I think is the reason, they don't pick this. Who knows how many videos people put up, or who knows, of this. And they probably saw the best two, and these probably were the best two. And you could tell that this one, the second one, was not even like rehearsed or anything, right? You never know. And then you hear, what's going on? Cody, what's wrong with Cody? He's bleeding, or whatever, whatever. I can't remember exactly. I wish I could play it because I think it's hilarious. Then after that, and then he goes, what happened to Cody? Cody, he died. He goes, Cody's not dead. And then, of course, New York City, city of dreams, Brooklyn, that crowd, the New York crowd's always hot. We're right, New York, Philly, Chicago, big cities, but the East Coast always brings it to these shows. Always. But the big cities do, And the funny thing is that you hear the crowd chanting, Rocky, Rocky, and it's like, to the crowd, it's almost like, you bunch of sick fucks. It was hilarious, though, because you see the smirk on The Rock, but it was like, at the same time, like, yeah, you see? At the same time, he also said, hey, I am a father of three, I'm a girl daddy of three women. So, that one got to me too. And then he goes, well, I'm going to just, speak some gospel to some of these parents. Your job is to let them know this. There'll be moments that things we have to do, we don't want to do. And there's moments that people will talk shit and get in your business, and they didn't have to. And they have to have this coming at them. That's lesson learned. Great stuff. I mean, think about it. Cody, right? Seth. I remember that whole diarrhea Dwayne thing. Man, that happened one night, and you never heard him say that shit again because that was that bad. Whoever says, like, hey, if that's you, if you're going to wing this shit, wing it right. You don't need to say dumb shit like that. It just makes it look corny. It makes it look worse. You look like a fucking clown, like he said. Right? So then he stopped that, which is a great thing because that was kind of like, corny. Then, Roman comes out, joins him, and then, Seth comes out in the crowd. He's like, hey, I want to fight one of you guys. I want to fight The Rock. You want to make it? I want to go big, a couple of nights away. Come on, people. Come on. Did the crowd really think The Rock was going to accept the challenge from Seth? There's nothing in it for him. If you want The Rock to fight, you better, you broke the gate record, but it's not a stadium. It's not Saudi Arabia. It's not a PLE. It's not going to happen. Those days are over. Those days are over. The guy's, he doesn't have to do any Raw shows. He can show up and, hey, it's a gift that he's doing these SmackDown and Raw shows to hype up the show. Because you know what? At the end of the day, he's getting paid, and he's going to get paid better than ever. He's probably going to get Hollywood money out of this whole thing. On top of that, he's one of the top 3 board members, I think it is now, if I'm right. And when he came back, I said it before. And I said, I want to see the Rock Roman match. I thought it would have been special in WrestleMania. But we don't know, of course, the Cody situation. Got it, understood it. Fine, we move on. But he took this to a whole different level, and it's been great. Because I don't even think it would have been this great if it was the Rock Roman with the way he's taking this heel role. Whatever happens, whether it's Roman turns on Rock, Rock turns on Roman, Seth turns on Cody, Cody turns on Seth, we don't know what the hell is going to go on, and that I love it about it. We don't know what's going to happen in night 1. We don't know if they're going to win. We don't know if they're going to lose. It's going to be a count out, no DQ. We just don't know what's going to happen. We're all thinking we know it all. We could predict, we could have fun with it, but let's just enjoy it and just let it run. The way of the old days where we didn't have to go into social media and figure out, hey, you know what? I heard this. Oh, this is what's happening now. Just keep it quiet sometimes, the only type of agreements that they should have that people should stay quiet on is if you're working like in a movie and you can't say it because it's that big of a movie, you can't talk about it. That even sometimes you don't even know until the director says, hey, you know what? Now you're going to do this now. And this after this, we're going to wrap it up. That will be awesome. You want to see an audible? That's how you do it. You call the play right on the spot. When people don't even know, when the guys don't even know what's happening. Hey, just wrestle the match and we'll let you know. The referee will let you know when it ends and who's going to win. And you got to do it in that time frame. We got a time slot we got to fulfill. Show ends at this time. Do it, right? I'm loving it. And I did say at one point, enjoy this because, The Rock is not here for a long time. He's over 50. He's doing movies. He's doing this. He's doing a lot. This WrestleMania, whether this is his last one or whatever, enjoy it because you're not going to get something this good for a very long time. For a very long time. Funny, charismatic, comedic, evil, badass. As you said, the final boss. I'm laughing at it because I love that term. You ever play the video games back in the day? And it was, hey, level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9. Oh, shit. Yo, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it right here. This is the person. This is this whatever, the being, the alien, whatever it is. This is the final boss. That's him. That's her. That's it. Yeah, that's the final boss, all right. Holy shit, look at that meter. I have to perform that much damage to win this game? The final boss is the most difficult one to get over on. You beat the final boss, you beat the game. Sometimes, there's a final boss, and then there's another final boss. And it's almost like that's the feel of this one. He's the final boss. Yes, because he's the boss, but final boss, You want to get to Roman, you got to go get through me first. He's a tribal chief, but he's like the final boss. I'm the one in front of him. And we're gonna make it very difficult. He don't give a shit if he loses, though. That's the thing. The Rock got nothing to prove. This whole story revolves around Roman and Cody anyway. Who wins? Who takes the belt? Night 2, right? So yeah. Unpredictable. Fun. We don't know what's going to happen. Just enjoy it. Win, lose, whatever it happens. Night 1, night 2. I'm looking forward to night 1. And I'm so glad I ended up getting night 1 tickets. Or should I say ticket, because the only person that could go was me. Everybody else couldn't go. As much as I would love for, my friends and family to go, they couldn't go. So I'm going to try to go over night 1 as far as the matches are concerned. Let's see. I think I found a post. All right, let me go with night 1. And we don't have to vote. I'm just looking more forward to this. I'm not even sure there's going to be some last minute fillers. There may be, maybe not. So you have Ray and Dragon Lee against Dom. And then Fantasma Legado. We have that tag team match. By the way, Judgment Day wasn't happy with Dom because he was like, hey, you didn't tell us we were going to do this? Hopefully, if there's any group that's broken apart, it will be Judgment Day. But again, this WrestleMania, they may break up a whole bunch of groups. Then we have Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't expect that. I was hoping. Against Damage Control, which will be good. And a 6-man. Wish it could have been the tag belts, but again, I could see the reason why. Because you want to, you sign Naomi, you sign Jade, you want to get them apart. You can't leave one out. Right? Then Saturday night, we have the 6-pack ladder match. Come on. That match is going to be great. Expect to see some greatness in some of these performers in that night. DIY, Judgment Day, New Day, Miz, R-Truth. You got Theory, what is it? New Count Republic, New Count, whatever their names are. Then you got Jimmy against Jay. Another one, right? And we'll see if Lil Wayne opens up on Saturday night, because after last night, Jay did see Lil Wayne and said, hey, come through, watch me whoop my brother's ass, man, come on. So you have that. Then you have Gunther against Sami Zayn, which is going to be another fantastic match. Gunther and Sami don't have bad matches. Another one, right? Then, let's see here. Just moving through these for a minute. I think I went to the wrong post, actually. I went back. Let me go back for a minute. Becky against Rhea Ripley. Like I said, night 1 is fire already. Look at the matches you're getting on night 1. The matches you're getting on night 1 is just insane right now. You can't go wrong on these, You can't. And don't forget, we still have... So then you have Becky against Rhea Ripley. And then you have The Rock, the final boss, Roman Reigns, versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes in the biggest tag team match. Another tag team match that's main eventing WrestleMania night 1. So then night 2. Night 2, I'm going to go into this night 2 now. Let's see. Night 2 we have, and anybody who listens to this will understand that how I see night 1 being just so fire. Night 2, Street Profits, whatever, that group against, fucking, what's this guy's name? Authors of Pain this guy with his hot wife, whatever his name. It's like that. It's like that's a super filler of a match. It's like nothing else. It's like, you know what? Let's just end this one here with these guys. Let's just do this one. It's like, don't get me wrong, I like them all. It's just one of those. It's like, wow, that's night 2. Now, hopefully, that's the first match for night 2, right? I mean, all right, continuing. So that's the first match, right, that they have. Then they have LA Knight against AJ Styles, 1-on-1. And that should be pretty decent. Then you have the U.S. title match, which will be good. Jake Paul against Kevin Owens against Randy Orton. Sunday night, night 2. Io Sky against Bayley, night 2 will be good as well. Io Sky doesn't have bad matches, and that's going to be good. Then you have Seth Rollins against Drew McIntyre, and that will be a good match. There's about another 25, 30 minutes in that match. Then you have Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes, and hopefully, good Lord, if those guys perform, props to the two of them. Whether win or lose, they've done their job. They did 2 nights. You're finishing off strong. Whoever wins doesn't win. If Roman loses, he will be taking a break, as you heard. If he wins, then goodness, he will take another break anyway. You know? We'll see. This is going to be so good. We don't know what's going on, but it's going to be great. Oh, and by the way, to continue with the Raw show at the end, Seth fought Solo. Whatever. Then, The Rock came out. Seth gave him a smile. Then Cody came out, attacked The Rock. And then he was about to put him, do like the crossroads on the table. And then, of course, Roman came out. And then it was week number 2 of ass whooping. This time, The Rock didn't have the Mommy Rhodes belt. He had Cody's belt with him. Took it off. They whipped Seth, whipped Cody, took Cody's shirt off, whipped him like straight on skin, and that looked like it hurt. Props to Cody. Cody, you're a trooper, man. Anything that happens, dude, you deserve to win it, man. Whether I like you or not, as far as, performer-wise, you deserve it. So, anyway, I'm not going to talk much about anything else. NXT, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker versus whoever wins tonight. Roxanne Perez. Ooh, the heel of Roxanne Perez. I like this now. I like the way she's been doing. Against Valkyrie. There's a lot of good stuff going on. Stand delivers and be morning. Anybody who go to Wells Fargo Center. It's going to be worth it. It'll be a good show. They're going to perform. That's the future of the company right there. Go check them out. That's it. I mean, there's nothing much I can say except for look forward to it. Enjoy the rest of the week. We're winding down to the big one now, WrestleMania 40. And then after that, I got to refocus, stay focused at work, do a whole bunch of things, take care of a whole bunch of personal stuff. So I appreciate anybody who listens, support the channel, pass the word on. Check out my cousin's app, Vivid Arts Network, if anybody's into the arts. And I hope to do more things. Again, I'm on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Amazon, Deezer. I'm not sure if it's at Spotify or not. Spotify, YouTube as well again. Check them out, support them. On Instagram, EDAPT LLC. And I appreciate everybody listening. Try to be as quick as I can. Not try to take much time as I could because there's things I got to do. And I just wanted to touch upon those things. And hopefully, I'll see you guys soon. Pass the word on. Listen. And at some point, maybe I could do some cool stuff. And appreciate you guys. I'm going to tap the music. See you guys soon. I'm going to enjoy it. Probably won't hear from it until next week. And I'll give my feedback on WrestleMania 40. See ya.